Well, it's currently like around 11:19 at my place right now. I hope that you won't hear noise from the outside because right now they're having a like karaoke night in my neighbor. But anyway, I just thought that I want to share to you how my journey, how to get an A in exams in general, or perhaps how to get first class honors for students who are currently studying in a university, especially for SIM UOL University, because I'm one of the alumni from that university. So yeah. Well, actually, I have three tips to share. So the first one is that do not rely only on lecture notes. What I mean is that you should dig deeper into the subjects or modules that you are currently taking. In other words, that you have to look up to the reference that are used by the lecturer or recommended by the lecturer. And from my experience, it really helps a lot, especially when I need material to write for essay because in my final exam, the students are always asked to write um, or let's say answer at least one essay question, which has word of 25 points. And actually, there's no minimum requirement for how long we should write for the essay, but it is advisable for us to write at least 4 pages of essay. That's what I mean. 4 pages is 4 full pages. So yeah, we have to look up for more reference on the subjects that we are currently taking. The second tips that I have is that practice exam questions from past year exam. I do not encourage you to uh, spot questions because that's the most common mistake that students tend to do. They like to spot questions so that they don't have to study really hard for the final exam because during the exam preparation week it is going to be stressful for students in general. And I admit it is stressful, to be honest, because you are very nervous um, about, or maybe you have something to fear about the worst case scenario, which means that you will fail the exam or you will not pass. But actually, I I'm still encourage you to practice exam questions because so that you can get the feel about the difficulty of the exam questions, so that you at least you have a like some kind of picture in your mind that how difficult the exam questions are going to be. uh and also there are still some students who just give up real quick after they find, let's say, like some kind of very difficult questions during their study. And to be honest, I hope that you don't give up easily just because you cannot answer one question, because that's the most common mistake that students tend to do too. uh they just try to find questions that they can answer in general, or perhaps easy questions, because they think that if they can answer an exam questions means that they make some progress, which is not the case because it's called fake studying. um, the so-called fake studying that I would like to say. So yeah, like I said, I encourage you to practice exam questions from past year paper, but also if you find like a really difficult exam questions that you feel like you cannot answer it, my advice is that you should look up for more reference, which related to the first tips. so that you can find an explanation how to answer that question or how to approach that question. And the last tips is that it's going to be brutal, but anyway, I'm going to say it. I did make a video about I'm an introvert and I do not have friends, but that's okay. Yeah, I admit that you have to, you know, sacrifice a friendship or maybe perhaps like a relationship. What I mean by that is that the amount of time that you spend with your friends, but it is in general, perhaps it is not productive. What I mean is that in general, people like to hang out with their friends, do some fun stuff. I'm not saying that you are not allowed to have fun. Of course, you have to. Of course, you are allowed to have fun with your friends. But again, the amount of time that you spend with your friends actually can be allocated for you to prepare for your exam or study. Even let's say the exam is like 6 months away. I know this is going to be sound really ridiculous, but in my case, my final score actually is added up or taken from my final exam. So yeah, my final grade is 100% from final exam. So which means that if I did not pass my exam, it means that I have to retake the course. But I'm glad that I was able to pass all the modules that I've taken in the past. And on positive side, I got a first class honors, to be honest with you, which I think it's a really great results. So yeah, because the price that we need to pay in order to succeed or to win in general is really high, because winning is not loyal to us. It does not care how many hours we sleep. It does not care how many hours we prepared for or perhaps working on our craft, or even sometimes we have to witness some people you know succeed by giving less effort than us. So that's why, like I said, of course, and especially in university, lecturer won't like forbid you from, let's say, skipping class or anything, because in general they already um, treat you as an adult, not as a kid anymore. So you need to, let's say, be more mature, um, you know to put first things first, prioritize your goals and objectives. Well, perhaps I think that's all that I have to share, and I hope that it's a valuable information for you, because recently, like around last month, I think SM University, especially for UL students, just got their result for their final exam, and I guess I just want to share my experience and also my advice for you, so that you can get first class honors or perhaps ace your exams, getting A results in your report card. Yeah, anyway, well, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a comment and like. It helps a lot. Perhaps I'm going to see you on my next videos. Bye, peace out.